Peace. Welcome to another episode of the Black Ball Sports Podcast, January the 12th, 6 p.m. Shout out to all the people. The Eagles get eliminated by the 49ers, man. It's not a good feeling. It was a tough wake up today. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie. Very, very tough wake up. When you put so much into these fucking sports teams, you tell yourself you're not going to care, but
care
you
like a
care.
motherfucker. Care like a
And
motherfucker.
I'm glad. I mean, a lot of Eagles fans said they're glad. We're kind of glad it's over. Of course, we wanted to advance, but it's been a painful season for us. Now we can finally admit it. And after the loss, I didn't feel like I would have felt if we'd have lost to the Commanders.
Yeah,
No, I just this didn't. I don't know. It didn't hit the same as a loss. But it was tough, man. It was a tough game, especially opportunities out there that we left on the field. But like I said, and I'll hold on to this. It's so many things got to go right to win, especially the repeat. Last year, AJ's not dropping that. Last year, Devontae's not dropping that. We're not even in a situation last year. But this is a new year. It's somebody else's turn, though. But man, what's your assessment, man, of the game?
Well, one, I was happy as hell. Obviously, as a hater of the team, wanting to
Yeah,
obviously see that go down. But on a serious note, just watching it from an objective standpoint, it was almost a microcosm of your year, your entire season. You know what I mean? The
yeah,
defense wasn't as advertised. Y'all did your thing. You had struggles here and there, but for the most part, I think 18 games or 17 games while your starting defense was on the field, y'all showed up. It was the offense. It was the inconsistencies. Things that did not happen last year seem to creep up this year. Like you said, AJ and Devontae dropping balls. And Devontae didn't drop as many as AJ did, and I'm sure you're going to get into it, and I'll let you do your thing on that. But also the offensive line. Offensive line wasn't as dominant as it was last year. For whatever reason, injuries, attrition, whatever the case may be, the offensive line didn't seem to be clicking on all cylinders the way they did last year. When you have a Saquon Barkley that damn near rushed for 2,000 yards and he rushes for damn near 1,000 yards less than he did the following year, I mean, that's going to obviously show its difference. And then obviously your struggles with the offensive coordinator. And it just seemed like throughout the entire year, the continuity and the chemistry just could not be able to sustain itself on a consistent level. And it just reared its ugly head yesterday in a playoff game. We know everything's on the line. It doesn't matter who's on the field at the time. Obviously, the 49ers were decimated. They got injuries all over the place. I think yesterday showed that Kyle Shanahan should probably be the coach of the year for what the hell he's stringing together over there in San Francisco. But for whatever the case, I mean, they got the job done. They did the thing. And I think that they were just better coached, better prepared. And at the end of the day, you guys kind of showed offensively what you've been showing all year. So what's next? What's going to improve? What heads are going to roll? You know what I mean? Because obviously your fan base isn't going to stand for that. And I don't believe your owner will. So it's interesting questions coming out of Philadelphia. And that's probably pretty much my assessment. It was a microcosm of the year offensively. You could not think that you would be able to 24 points a game and win games throughout the entire playoffs. I said defense will win championships. Defense are going to win championships, but your offense still got to put up points. And it never really seemed like y'all could get that going this year, and it showed.
yeah. And even like I've been saying, a lot of teams, the Packers, us, just one more touchdown. That game is probably over.
Like on the text on Saturday when we was talking.
Yeah. It's like, AJ, you catch the football. What's going on, dog? Jalen Hurts put that on you. Jalen Hurts, that was his Michael Jordan moment. He trusted AJ to catch that ball. I'm talking about the one over the middle in particular.
Yeah.
Where he was like, he probably scores on that play if he makes a guy two miss. Why you drop it? Like, how do you drop the ball? How do you even like? All right, the first one, the deep ball, I could see. The other one, the guy was draped on you. How do you drop the ball, bro? And it's like not even about dropping it, but you talked all year about how the offense ain't going through me. That and the third. I want to be the man when the game's on the line. Okay, Jalen said, "All right, let's go, dog. You're gonna hold up your end of the bargain." Now, I'm not saying it's all on AJ. It's a lot of blame to go around. The kicker missed the extra point. I knew that was going to come back to hurt us. I was watching the game with people. I was like, watch this shit come back to hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
Guys dropping passes, stupid penalties being called, the defense getting torched by a bum, Demarcus Robinson. Reed Blankenship, who nobody's behind you, and you're trying to go for Juwan Jennings 30 yards away, and McCaffrey's running towards you. But hey, give it to Shanahan because Shanahan knew the matchups to go after. He knew who to go after. Anytime he threw to Quinyon picked it. Mm-hmm. He had 2 picks. He went after Dory He went after Blankenship. Two guys that are not good in coverage, and it worked, you know. So again, then another part about AJ, you're not facing the music, dog. You wanted this. You cried when we was winning. And now when it's time to face the lock, you know, he ran out of lock like a bitch. He didn't talk. He didn't want to speak. But the game was in your hands, bro. It should have never got to Dallas Goedert 4th and 5. He catch that ball, we probably win, in my opinion. Because you're going towards the 30-yard line. He probably fuck around and score. He fuck around and score if he catch that ball. He's in stride. He dropped it. And then Dallas bailed you out. And then we get to the situation where Kevin Patullo, he got to go. Because how do you get to 4th and 11, bro? Damn near in the red zone. You can't dial up all them weapons. You can't dial up something to get somebody open. So that's why I say it's blame to go all the way around. A lot of people want to criticize Jalen. I don't see where the criticism's coming at, man. I think he did what he had to do. Again, I'm not saying he was perfect, but he made the passes. He made the runs. When he had a big run, it was a holding penalty. Like, what do you want the man to do? But a lot of, you know, heavy is the head with a crown. We the champions. People going to want to see us fall. People going to want to attack the quarterback. I'm not saying he don't deserve any criticism, but he's not near the reason why we lost the game yesterday. Nowhere near the reason.
Let me ask you this: where do you stand with Sirianni right now? Are you still on board, making sure that he comes back next year? You want to run it back with him, or are you kind of raising questions like a lot of the fan base I see today, kind of want Sirianni's head? Where are you at with him?
No, those fans are retarded, bro. I mean, the man just came off a Super Bowl win, won the division this year, in the playoffs for the 5th straight year. One of the most winningest coaches in his first 4 years. It's insane. Don't mean he don't have deficiencies as a coach. You want him going for who? For who? You know what I mean? For who?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to put in that position? Who's going to have a better 4 or 5 years than that? That's an anomaly. His record right now, I think, is on par with Andy Reid's. Maybe the first 4 years, possibly close to it. They mentioned him for people like Madden and these teams. We know he's not those people, but his record says otherwise. We probably won like 32 out of 34 games when we win a turnover battle. We won a turnover battle, we still lost. Does he deserve blame? Absolutely. He deserves blame for not having his team ready, because this game should have been a blowout. The 49ers kept giving us the game. They said, man, we don't want that shit. Take it.
Yeah.
50 yards to go for a touchdown. We don't want it. Take it. We don't want it. Take it. We couldn't. 2 interceptions. Great interceptions by Quinyon Mitchell. What happened? We got 3 points. 3 points. 3 points. Nick Sirianni needs to move the hell out of the way. And there's been rumors today via Adam Schefter that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to bring in a credible offensive mind. I'm happy about that. Go get somebody who knows what the hell they're doing with this type of talent. Somebody who knows how to adjust. Someone who can dial up and scheme up plays. And it's not, don't say that we can't do it, because we've done it already at the highest level. We've done it. So, but Nick Sirianni, he better get his act together. You can't hire your homeboys no more. I felt like coming into this season, 2 things that could stop us from repeating. Number 1 was Kevin Patullo. Number 2 was all the change in the offseason, in my opinion. And, you know, the defense, we'll get into that too. The defense deserves some blame yesterday too, because we were up. You got to get a stop. You got to get a stop. What happened to the pass rush yesterday?
Yeah,
where was Jalen Carter at?
Yeah.
Where's Phillips? These guys were getting stonewalled, bro. Stonewalled. So, again, microcosm, you know, of the whole season. But I feel like, you know, heads are going to roll. We got to let somebody come in that's competent. I don't know who the name is, that's been calling plays, that knows what the hell they're doing. Let them bring their staff in. Give them full control over the design of the offense. I don't want them calling Nick Sirianni's plays. Let them do their damn thing, bro. That's what's going to happen this offseason, guaranteed.
I see a comment. Throw up the David Hemingway comment, because I have a question about that.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I seen.
You got it.
No, go ahead, bro. Read it.
My only criticism for Jalen is that I would like to see him run more in this game. Yeah,
I seen a stat that they said that Jalen Hurts ran the ball last year like 96 times, and I'm paraphrasing, these are approximate, and this year he ran about 42. So less than half the runs of though they said it was the amount of times Jalen Hurts had scripted runs outside of the tush push. Last year he had about 94 to 96. This year he had like 42 to 44. I don't remember the exact numbers. What do you think about that?
I mean, that could be a number of things. I'm not, I would like to see him run. I think they did dial it up. They got away from it. He had a big gain on one, but he's right. I think if they would have had that in the offense yesterday, it would have been crazy. I thought the holding call was semi-questionable, but you can't let it come down to the referees. I thought some of the calls was questionable. Even the Reed Blankenship penalty where we sacked Purdy, or we stopped him short. He like barely touched the guy, whatever the case may be. But it is what it is. But he should have ran more. He definitely should have ran more. But that being said, how many drops did the receivers have yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even talking about. He didn't have to really run more if his receivers catch the football. Think about that. 4 drops yesterday. 4, all in plus territory. But go ahead.
Why hasn't Jalen ran as much this season? Is it a scheme thing, or is he falling under the words of black quarterbacks can't do this, can't do that? He trying to prove something. Well, which one is it in your opinion?
I don't think that. I don't know. It possibly could be that. I really can't speak for it, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I really can't. But I mean, you used to see him move more so running, man. You will see him like when he has to get it, and now he's trying to pass it. So maybe it could be that he'll never answer it straight up. I don't get that impression or feeling. I just think he's gonna do whatever it takes to win, in my opinion, and I'm gonna stick with that. But it's not like he didn't put the ball in harm's way.
Mm.
He put the ball where it needed to be. The guys didn't come down with it.
Now let me ask you about AJ, because I know a lot of people yesterday, and we talked about it throughout this season, where he next year. I know you said along the lines of wherever you guys fell, if y'all win the Super Bowl, he'll definitely be back. If you didn't, you weren't too sure. Talk about what you think about AJ coming back, and talk about the dead cap hit. I know it's a big number. Does that affect Howie Roseman's mindset, in your opinion, knowing him throughout these years? Or do you think that they don't care if it's time to cut ties, it's cutting ties?
I think if it's become what people are saying it is, it'll be time to cut ties. The dead cap hit won't mean a damn thing. You just take it, you eat it, you move on. We've done it before.
Yeah.
Carlos puts, I believe AJ problem is fixable. He's more frustrated with the ineptitude of the offensive coordinator, but AJ needs to be more mature and handle things better. Absolutely. But that's just his personality. AJ Brown. I think his frustration definitely is more with the offensive coordinator and how the offense is running. But I feel like him and Jalen already said they good today during his closing press conference. I don't think it has nothing to do. I think that was all kind of blown out. Not saying they didn't have something before, but I think it could be fixed too. But it's going to come down to that conversation. The end of the season meetings, they got to sit up there. They got to talk. AJ got to let them know. And ultimately, the owner has to say, okay, do we still want to move forward with this? It's a lot of hard questions this offseason.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a meeting with Howie, Nick, AJ, Lori. I don't know. But I think that's the meeting that has to happen. Like, AJ, you want to be here? You want to make this work? I mean, that's what I would do. I'm having everybody in the room, Jalen and the leaders on the team, and we're going to sit there and talk and say, all right, what do we want to do with this shit? If they say, because they asked Jalen Hurts today about the offensive coordinator, he didn't give him an endorsement.
Yeah.
He didn't give him an endorsement. He said it's too early to speak about that. If that was his man, because I heard that even Jaden Daniels wanted Cliff Kingsbury, that he vouched for him. I don't know how true it is.
No, he vouched for him, but then interestingly enough, Adam Peters and Dan Quinn, when asked about him, did not. So it went totally that right then and there.
Right. So yeah, there you go. So again, I think, and maybe it could have people are going to be calling about him. It was just a bad year, bro. You want to be the number one dog? Terry McLaurin's catching them balls. I hate to tell you.
He is.
You know what I mean?
He's catching that.
Jamar Chase is catching that shit. Jettis is catching that shit.
Yep. They
catching them balls, bro. So like at the end of the day, okay, you missed one earlier. That one right there was the Jordan one. I seen the look on Jalen Jaylen's face. I'm like, he trusted you, dog.
You
He
might have
was
to
like,
lay
all
out
right,
for that
so
one.
oh, I got him. Huh?
You might have to lay out for that one. Might have to let your body go for that one. Go get that motherfucker, man. It's
Go
playoff.
get it.
Yeah.
Go get it. Bring it in, and you got space to run. You got space to run. That's the part that hurts the most about the situation. So it's gonna be, if I had to guess, I'll probably say he's gone. I will say that. I mean, if the speculations are all true, he might be out of Philadelphia. But one thing how are we gonna have to have his work cut out? But I think he's gonna do a great job this offseason in replenishing whatever leaves and have us right back, in the mix next year. I think all Eagles fans are pretty confident about that.
Yeah, I seen what I observed from AJ. And when you start as a receiver, when you get in a mindset of you like, yo, get me the ball, get me in the offense, eventually you mentally check out. And it seemed like he never, after a certain point of the season, he was never locked back in the way he really needed to be locked in. And if he wasn't getting into the flow of the game early, he was going to check out, and it was going to be some mishaps in mental, because them 3 drops or them 3 mishaps, that was all mental. That was mental. And if he was locked in, those things come down. And when you're a receiver and you're frustrated and you're not locked in all the way, those type of mistakes happen. And he's going to have give himself a hard look in the mirror, because he's had this issue in Tennessee. Now he comes to Philly. This is an eternal thing. He has to make sure that he's locked in at all times, even if the ball isn't coming his way, because he's a hell of a receiver. He's a hell of a talent. You know what I mean? He is better. You guys are better with him than damn sure without him. And that's a big ass void to fill. You don't just find AJ Brown growing on trees. So it would be in your best interest to try to work it out. But he has to mentally lock back in, because he checked out, in my opinion. And in those championship moments, that shit exposes itself, and it did. And I don't like the fact that he didn't face the music yesterday. You got to sit there and you got to, you know what I mean, deal with that light and deal with that bullshit. And where was he at today? I know y'all had locker room cleanup today. Did he talk today? I seen it. He left a nice little joint for Quinyon. But where was he at today?
I don't know. I didn't actually get a chance to really look too hard.
Okay.
Since earlier, maybe one of the people in the comment section that probably got a chance to see. I didn't see no interviews from him. Yeah. So I'm guessing he didn't speak. I didn't see nothing. And that's to me, that's cowardly, man. All right, you lost the game. It's the next day. Talk. Like, we all professionals at the end of the day. You're a captain. You're a leader at the end of the day.
Man up, bro. Face that shit.
You sitting up here like saying shit on Twitter and shit. Man up.
Mm-hmm.
Go out there and tell the truth. Like, I let my team down. I let my city down. Jalen trusted me because he didn't want to anybody else. He trusted me. He was open. He was wide open. Yeah. Hit you in stride. You didn't catch it. That's on you. You got to face the music. That's the part. I know he dealt with a lot of mental things. He at one point he talked about committing suicide. So that's why I try to withhold a lot. But sometimes I just gotta let it out. Just gotta let it out, because it's like, come on, dog. This is what you wanted. Oh yeah, you cried about this shit in the biggest game of the year. In the biggest moment, you drop it.
You look. We've all look. This is on a completely lower, straight amateur level, but we've all been on that playground. And you got the best kid out there, and you're not giving him the rock as a quarterback, and he's pissed off, and he's give me the fucking, come on, man, give me the rock. I got this bum on me, and you throw him the ball, and he drops it because he's not locked in. He's so pissed off about everything else that's going on. He's not focused on his assignment. AJ, you're a professional, brother. You got to be better than that. And you can see that mentally he goes through things. And as a man and as a brother, you don't never want to say, I don't give a fuck what uniform you wear. I want to see all these brothers right in their head. You know what I'm saying? So, but you got to point the thumb too, brother. Stop pointing. And I don't know how much finger point he's doing, but I hope damn sure he's pointing the thumb this season after looking at what he did and knowing that he could do better.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. So I'm waiting to hopefully see Patullo get out of there. Because he just don't have, like, even that play, like, that's what I'll give Jalen criticism on that last play, 4th and 11. I'm going to fight AJ or Smitty on that play. Yeah. I'm just gonna put it up and see what happens. I think AJ was 1-on-1 in the end zone with somebody. I'm just if I see a guy, I'm going to my guy. I don't care what he dropped. I'm throwing it up there. I'm giving him a shot. You know what I mean? It was triple coverage. I don't know what he's seen, but it should have never came down to that. You got 3 chances. I think it was at the 30-something yard line. You got 3 chances to get 10 yards. I told myself, if we get inside the 10, we're going to win. That's what I told myself. If we get inside the 10, we're going to win this game. because either Jalen's gonna run it, something's gonna happen. You know, so you know, it was a tough season, man. It was definitely a tough season. You know, dudes. Yeah, it was a tough season for us. So look, man, we lick our wounds. We go to the off season. We you know, this is the same thing on repeat. And we try to, you know, it's gonna be tough for next year because everybody's getting better always. And we try to regroup, man. That's all. That's all you can do.
Talk about
got a lot of people that's not gonna be there next year. A lot of people.
Yeah, I seen that. A lot of people up for contracts, a lot of restricted free agents. You seen what Milton Williams did yesterday for the Patriots. So, it's hard to keep good talent, but y'all had some good goddamn talent on there. But let me ask you this: your boy LaShawn McCoy obviously ruffled some feathers in the fan base when he talked about he has sources that people aren't confident in Jalen Hurts. They don't believe that he can run an offense effectively. I warned you about this motherfucker years ago when I worked in the nightclub. Yeah. It was a snake. You know what I'm saying? Right. But does he have any credence to what he's saying? Is anything? Do you think that he has people within the organization telling him these things about Jalen? Do you think he's just looking for views? What do you think about what we heard Shady say today or yesterday?
I mean, possibly. I don't think it matters at the end of the day. The man been to 2 Super Bowls and won a Super Bowl. If he was so inept, he wouldn't have never been able to win a Super Bowl. He wouldn't have been able to read and make them throws because he went against the best coordinators twice. Spagnuolo, who had the personnel twice. He outplayed Mahomes twice. So if you're not a good quarterback, if you can't understand complex schemes and shit, you're not going to be winning no shit. Like you're not going to go to the Super Bowl twice and win and be the Super Bowl MVP. I'm sorry. People could say Trent Dilfer and all that shit. Come on, man. We've seen it. We've seen him, you know, do everything they said he couldn't do. So I think maybe maybe does he's talking to somebody. But at the end of the day, I think he's just salty, man. One, because remember with the Chip Kelly situation, I think he still holds a little bit of resentment for that. At the Eagles, not to Chip Kelly because they put Chip Kelly in charge to do that.
Yeah.
You know, and even the thing he said about Brock Purdy being better. Brock Purdy had Debo, Ayuk, Kittles, McCaffrey. He couldn't get it done in the playoffs. All pro. The defense was off the charts. Fred Warner, Bosa, all the good guys they had, and they had probably one of the best tackles ever played the game. They couldn't get it done against a team we beat the shit out of. We beat the shit out of the Chiefs. So it's no comparison, in my opinion. It's no comparison. So look, people are waiting, man. You're gonna have your people that's gonna want to come out. I think it probably bothers us more than it bothers Jalen Hurts at the end of the day.
Oh yeah,
he cool. You know what I mean? He's cooling, but you know, we use it as an opportunity to attack Shady. But look, anybody with a name Shady
as hell.
I would have never said, like, if I was an Eagles player, even if I knew some information like that, I'm not gonna put it out there. I just wouldn't do it. What's the gain by doing that? I get you get ratings because nobody's talking about Herbert.
Oh, he played horrible yesterday.
0-3 in the playoffs. Right. Nobody's talking about what's the other guy that lost? Jacksonville, quarterback.
Yep.
They lost.
He lost for his team yesterday.
Nobody's talking about in Washington. They didn't make the playoffs. Detroit didn't make the playoffs. Kansas City didn't make the playoffs. The Ravens didn't make the playoffs. None of these teams, all these teams in it last year, contenders. None of them made the playoffs, but that's how hard it is to win in this league. Detroit got just as much talent as we got. Some teams got just as much talent as we got. They're not back in there. Kansas City loaded. They was in the Super Bowl last year. They didn't make it back because that's how the NFL is. It's tough to do it. It's tough. So you got to regroup. You got to try to get back at it the next year. I'm sure y'all thought y'all be back in the Super Bowl this year. I'm sure the Ravens thought they would be in the Super Bowl this year.
Yep.
But it just didn't fall that way. And you know, that's just the NFL. So what can you do about it, man? I think it was a golden opportunity. I think we dropped the ball. I think we had just as good a chance as anybody. That's what's disappointing. Because I think if the offense just came together, we probably back in the Super Bowl again. But we ain't gonna be there this year, man. Somebody else got it.
What's your thoughts on Saquon moving forward?
I was a little pissed at Saquon earlier in the game, but he got it together. Because my beef with Saquon is he wasn't just taking what was there. He was looking for the big run. but he started just getting it. After that one play where dude tackled him and shit, some D tackle tackled him, and Bigsby came in and just shot up the middle. I'm like, and Saquon started doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have no beef with Saquon at all. I think he's still the same player. The line just wasn't blocking like it did last year. Last year was a historical run, an historical offensive line. They was beating everybody up, every game, beating people up. Like last year, we're winning this game, bro. It's not even close because the offensive line is going to do its job no matter what we call. And we definitely sure was going to be able to run the ball whenever we wanted to run it.
Yeah.
So I think that's more so the offensive line wasn't good. I don't think he lost a step or none of that. I just think the offensive line wasn't that good.
Y'all got a lot to work on this offseason, man. This is, I don't want to say it's going to be a rebuilding, but it's definitely going to have to retool in some places. That's pretty much all I got for you. You answered the questions I got. That was okay, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long off season. But you know, guys got to get healed up. Guys is broke, beaten. We got to get a coordinator in here. We got to get an offensive coordinator that knows what he is doing. As much as I want to think about, okay, let's keep it too low to see if we can get some continuity, rhythm. He just don't got it, bro. He just don't have it. Like, for example, Kyle Shanahan, that play they did.
He's a madman, dog.
Yeah.
He's a mad scientist, bro.
You know, beautiful play. Shouldn't have worked, but it did.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have worked, but it did. You know, but you know, they won't be winning nothing this year.
Nah, they about to
won't
get
be winning
next
week. Yeah, they about to get their doors blown off. But you just can't expect the team to not lay down. You got to put a team out of their misery.
Yep.
When somebody hands you the gun, shoot they fucking ass. Don't keep giving it back to them. Oh no, I don't want it. No, you take it. Oh, you take it. You take it. Go down there and score the football. So that is what it is, man. That is what it is. Let me see Shady. Let me read this comment. Monica Lewis. Peace to Monica. Shady. Since the same info, Jalen been in the NFL from someone on the inside who don't like Jalen. Yeah, and my thing is, I don't know how. Like, if somebody was talking trash like me, I would confront them. If I was like Jalen, one of them, I would confront him, yo. Like, I would say, "You's a bitch. You's a bitch ass nigga." Something like that. I don't want to cuss too much on here, whatever. You feel me? Like, really, dog? That's how we doing it? You want to be up here running around and shit in the Eagles commercials and on the sideline with the E and all this and that, and you talking shit like that, bro? Like, who does that? Do they do that in Washington? I don't know who does that type of shit.
None of our players do. You might find. Nah, I wouldn't say any of our players do that. The old players, but that's, yo, I told you, man, if we had cameras back in 2012, 2013, the way we do now, I heard this dude saying so much negative shit about Donovan McNabb, it'd make you, man, it had Eagles fans pissed off. That's the kind of dude he is, man. I seen it early. And the fucked up thing is he's probably invited in these circles as an alumni to the organization, and he's in the grass like a snake waiting to hear some shit so he can go report it when the time is right. That's the kind of shit I don't like. That's corny.
And I hope it's not. I don't know. Yeah, that is corny. That's corny. Because you get inside info. You talking to like trusted sources and shit, and they corny for talking. But you know, people talk. Why are you putting it out there on your show like that? And I don't like that yellow clown Care Bear. He's a clown, bro, in the show.
I know you're talking about. I have no idea who do this. Never listened to it.
He's a clown, bro. He's a clown, man. But
I tell him that's not my combination. I can leave that shit alone.
Yeah, he's trying to be a fake Stephen A. Smith and shit.
Oh Lord.
Why everybody gotta be animated and shit? Where's the Justin Herbert film breakdown? Why are you on Jalen Hurts' dick so much, Ocho? Every damn week.
Oh, Ocho.
You know? Shit. We got a feedback. I don't know what that is. You hear that?
No, I don't. Is it me or you?
I don't know. It's probably me.
I don't hear it though.
I don't hear it no more. Yeah. So real quick, what do y'all think about your offensive coordinator hire?
I'm cool with it. I like David Blau, man. I've watched David Blau the last few years. He was our assistant quarterbacks coach. Then he was quarterbacks coach last year. Once Tavita Pritchard, who was our original quarterbacks coach, he got the job at Stanford. Last year, he got a lot of buzz in the league. I think the Jets interviewed them for their actual head coaching job, and then the Lions and the Bears interviewed them for his OC job, and we blocked those interviews because we knew what kind of dude we had, we knew what kind of mind he had, and we knew that he had a potential moving forward. I don't think that they expected it so quickly. You know what I'm saying? For him at 30.
I didn't interview anybody else, did y'all?
We interviewed a couple dudes, but nobody name worthy. Nobody worth mentioning. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was anybody worth it. I was surprised that they went with David Blau. Obviously, my first choice and everybody's first choice was McDaniel. Obviously,
hell yeah,
dude's an offensive genius. But I think that they looked at the tea leaves because they had a great relationship with Dan Quinn too on a personal level. Dude, Dan Quinn helped that brother out.
Whoa, doing something. Hold on, what?
Low man.
Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Now you go, bro. So I think that obviously if that was in play, I think that we would have made that move. But for some reason, something's telling me this dude's about to get another head coaching job. I think he had like 6 interviews today. Who knows what's going to happen tonight if the Pittsburgh position opens up? I don't see McDaniel as a Pittsburgh man, but you never know. You know what I mean? So I think that they thought he would get a head coaching job, and they wanted to jump on this and David Blau early because the Lions wanted him. The Lions interviewed him or requested interview him for their OC job. Dude was going to get an OC job somewhere. I think that a lot of people are bringing up, obviously, you've seen the graphic of our old coaching tree where we had McVay, LaFleur, McDaniel. I know I'm missing somebody, Bobby Slowick, Raheem Morris. We had all these people in our organization and we let them go. But I think that Dan Quinn is more leaning toward what he did in Atlanta when Shanahan left to go to San Francisco and took a lot of LaFleur with him. He took McDaniel with him. And then he brought somebody within the inside. So I didn't think he wanted to let go of a young, innovative mind who got a lot of credit in the organization. It's an unknown. You know what I mean? I'm not about to sit here and be like, he's about to light up the league because I have no idea what he's about to do. He learned under a number of different schemes and staff. He was under O'Connell. He was under, what's my man's name in Chicago right now? Damn, it's fucking escaping me. I don't know why. Whoever the Chicago coach is, my bad. And he was under Kingsbury. So he has a lot of different schemes.
Did he call plays?
He's called plays for Kingsbury a couple times last year. He's never really called plays like on a consistent level, right? So he has an offensive sheet and he's called plays before, but never on a consistent level. So there's going to be a lot of question marks. You know what I mean? I think if we get the right pieces in here, I think it's going to be very important for them to load that offense up with talent because we are bare covered when it comes to talent. We got Terry, you know what I mean? The Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt has a nice combination at running back. We really don't have any tight ends. We don't have anything outside of Terry, so we need to bolster that offense. And then we got to see what he can do. You know what I mean? It's a gamble. It's a gamble for sure, but it's a gamble that I'm cool with. I'm content with. And I like that he rolled the dice with it. So we'll see what that young boy can do.
Yeah. I think what the problem with those, everybody needs a chance. But I think, sort of with Kevin Patullo, like the adjustment part, man. I'm not saying he ain't going to be able to do it.
Yeah, we got to see.
But and that's the thing. But hey, it might work out because they had to start somewhere, McVay's and Ben Johnson's. But we're gonna see how things turn out. I know for us, I want a proven offensive mind, somebody who knows what the hell he's doing, like a Kellen Moore. Like all right, defense start doing this, we got to do this. Oh, they doing this, we got to do this, and that's the tough part about it. Like anybody come out there with a script and think they know what they're doing, but when somebody fucking counters your shit and you can't get nothing, that's when you see who the real good coaches is. You know what I mean?
Gotta be able to counter that counter. And that's the thing about Shanahan, and I still don't know why this dude's name is escaping me.
Ben
Johnson. Thank you. Thank God. Damn. But they know how to set their plays up. Like that play that we watched with Caleb throwing to DJ Moore. He set that up. That was a fake screen, a screen and go. Like he set that earlier in the game. Like you got to be able to layer your plays and have a script to what you got going on. And the best ones do. You know what I mean? And the ones that struggle don't. And when it's time to adjust in that second half and you don't see adjustments, you're like, okay, this dude never had a counter to the counter, and the best ones do, man. So, and that's where the league is going. These defenses are getting more complex and good as hell too. Let me ask you this real quick. I know it's a little off script, but we interviewed today. The Commanders interviewed Jonathan Gannon, former coach for the Arizona Cardinals, former DC for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, me personally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't that impressed with him in Philadelphia. I didn't even think he really wanted a job to get to Arizona, but I wasn't gonna hate on the dude. I think Shane Steichen did, your offensive coordinator, but not Gannon. But what's your thoughts on Jonathan Gannon as a defensive coordinator?
He did decent here in the Super Bowl. He got out coached, but a lot of these guys on defense, everybody's trying to run Vic Fangio's scheme. He's like the head dog, and John Gannon is one of those guys that want to run Vic Fangio's scheme, but it's hard for people to really teach it like him because they're not him.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of get from. I'm not saying John again and horrible. You know, he's a better coordinator obviously than he is a coach, but it's players too, man. Sometimes it's just players. Sometimes the players be effing up shit. It's not always all,
Right.
on the coach, but you know, he's okay. He's the middle of the pack, in my opinion. I think he's just middle of the pack. I don't think he'll be bad. He'll probably gonna be better than what y'all had for sure, but he's not like a top coordinator, or nothing like that. I think our defense was ranked pretty high that year because that was the year we was sacking every fucking body.
Right.
And we got to the Super Bowl, we couldn't sack no more, and they hit us with these wacky plays and all that. I want to say that I like whoever Jacksonville's coach. I think it's Cohen. Yeah. I like his play calls, boy. Woo!
That boy's innovative, boy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god.
And he got people on his staff that are innovative too. That's there's a tree to pick from. Even their defense. Did you see that? I thought they were beating the shit out of Buffalo yesterday. That quarterback sold them out. That defense was beating the hell out of Josh Allen yesterday. I didn't think dude was gonna be able to make it. He almost left in a body bag, dog. I like their defense, man. I like them.
Experience, man.
Yeah.
A lot of these games came down, to experience. And step our game, think about all the other ones. Rams, you know what I mean? The other games. Caleb, man, he's I gotta give it to Caleb, bro. He's making some play. That one play, that pass that he make passes like only probably him and Mahomes probably can make these type of passes.
That was filthy.
Damn.
Woo! 16 too. It was like it was gotta have it moment. And he stepped up. Now, I as a fan of the Commanders, I cannot wait to see Chicago get eliminated. I needed y'all to go. Now I need Chicago to fucking go. They need to get out of my life. But I do respect a lot what Caleb's doing, man. I like that young brother.
The Rams gonna beat him. The Rams gonna take care of him. I feel like right now the Rams or the Seahawks.
Yeah,
that's gonna go to the Super Bowl and it just depends on what team the Rams show up.
Yep.
If they can get back to playing, they'll probably go to the Super Bowl. I don't know about the AFC. I'm not even watching the game tonight. I don't give a shit. Honestly, I probably won't care till like next week again.
Right.
I ain't watched none of that game yesterday. I would if we would have won, I would have been all ears.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't give a shit. I might, glance here and there, but I don't give a shit. I don't want to watch no football. I still got a bad taste in my mouth.
That's why I'm glad my I don't give a shit moment. I'm not glad, but I'm at peace with it happening in week 9, so I can enjoy some playoff football, man. Because the playoff games have been dope so far. But I know if we were in it and we would have lost, I would have been sick too, man. So, but I'd rather be in it.
It's better to go out. Yeah, it's better to go out early than late. I tell people that. Get out of here early. Don't go to the NFC Championship game and lose when you start thinking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just get up out of here early. Fuck it. You ain't ready. This ain't your year. You wasn't gonna do nothing anyway. Your offense can't move the ball eventually. Like going to Seattle, something like that would have been a massacre.
Oh,
you can't score the football. So yeah, that is what it is, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But yeah, great show, y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we'll get with y'all. The next time we're gonna keep on dumping out, content. It's gonna be a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely continue to keep you updated, man. So y'all have a good night. We out of here. Peace.
Deuces.
Woo!